I wanted to repurpose this smart router rebooter that I found. So I got this when I was at Goodwill, and it just says model MK112, and then some information about it. It's got a max load of 10 amps, which is pretty good. And it's obviously smart. Like that's like, you know, it's got like a little indicator like, okay, obviously this is some sort of like smart on off switch, but it's not. It only reboots. So I was hoping that this would be like, I could turn like a light on and off. And I sort of can. I just should have been more specific about that desire. Because it can do that, but then that light will turn right back on again after like a minute or so. So what this is designed to do is turn off a router for whatever the specified amount of time for rebooting a router is, and then wait for it to you know, be ready to reboot and then power itself back on. So admittedly, like not 100% what I wanted, but still it's kind of cool. So I wanted to use a S2 nugget or a USB nugget to connect to the Wi-Fi and then send a web request to do this. So I went on this whole adventure, and I want to show you what the end result is. So press the button and you can see it instantly powers itself off, and it stays off for a little bit, and then eventually it will turn back on. So kind of a, like, I think I just have it say, reboot router, press the down button. So this is a very, very simple CircuitPython program. So if you want to know how to use CircuitPython to control IoT devices, I wrote up the entire process of doing it here. You know, like looking it up, finding out what it was. And then really the key to this working also was on the little Keep Connect menu that it gives you when you first plug it in. You can set a static IP address. So that really is what makes my script work. If it kept like picking a different IP address, this would be a lot harder to do. So currently, I have this set to a specific IP address, and then I just wrote a little bit of code to send the correct post request. So I actually was trying to use OWASP ZAP, which I know I've talked about how much I love OWASP ZAP a number of times before, but I got a bunch of like super confusing errors that I haven't gotten before. It was like complaining about like variable length return headers, and like nothing was really fixing it. So I was like, okay, this is stupid. So I just asked ChatGPT, and it found the official documentation and came up with this string that is basically a request I can send. But it did also note that I needed to include the password that I had set on the device. And that was like, you know, password 123 or something. So I was like, okay, now I know what I need to do. If you just take this request and type it into you know, an address bar, it just comes up as forbidden. So that's obviously not going to work. But instead, I remembered this program called Postman. Do these open? Ugh, they should open, but they don't. This program called Postman that allowed me to craft a request, like a post request, and then include the password as one of the values that was sent along. So once I sent a post request instead of a get request and included the password value, I was able to get this thing to correctly cycle the script.